Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
First, a word from this month's sponsor, Ethico.
If you're a compliance officer, middle managers are crucial in getting your programs from you to your frontline employees. But how do we activate those managers and get them on our side? Ethico's new Middle Manager Toolkit equips you with the skills needed to empower your managers, to promote a culture where ethical behavior thrives and employees feel empowered to speak up. Learn how to turn frontline managers into ethical leaders with our new white paper, Empowering Middle Managers as Ethics Champions. And did I mention you can get the whole toolkit for free? Head to ethico.com to download the full toolkit today.
Also, if you are looking for something new and different for the upcoming Compliance Week celebration in November, check out The Compliance Kids. It's my 3-book children's series on compliance and compliance professionals for children. But they make great gifts and great training tools for your employees. You can check it out on Amazon.com. We've linked to it in the show notes. The Daily Compliance News for November 15, 2024, the Meta Find Again edition. And we begin with that story from the New York Times, which reports that Meta was fined $840 million in Europe for boosting marketplace unfairly. That's called antitrust violations. The EU fined Meta for breaking competition laws with its Facebook Marketplace, its shopping and classified ad platform. It's the latest action by regulators to limit the ability of tech giants to expand into new product areas. Meta said it would appeal the decision. So, of course, that means it's go up to the EU Court of Justice. Next up, from Reuters, it reports that former Sam Bankman-Fried lieutenant Gary Wang, who wrote the computer code that enabled SBF to steal billions of dollars from cryptocurrency customers, has helped build software to help the U.S. government uncover fraud in the stock market. Federal prosecutors made this disclosure in a court filing, and he's helping to build a tool to spot crime on cryptocurrency exchanges. The tool has potentially a lot of value to the federal government, and Wang is actively assisting in this effort. Next up, from Bloomberg, this article is that many Trump alumni, particularly DOJ alumni, are rethinking whether they want to go into the Trump administration at the Department of Justice with Matt Gaetz as the Attorney General. They blasted the selection of Gaetz. One former DOJ official said the choice is, quote, putrid, end quote. I can't imagine with anyone with integrity would want to work for this guy as Attorney General, period, full stop. Not everyone feels quite that strongly about it, but given what Gaetz will do in terms of his destruction of the DOJ and no doubt his revenge tour against anyone Trump wants, it's going to make things difficult to get quality people in there. Of course, that may be what they want. And finally, from Wired, big tech wants you back in the office, but what's really going on? Well, what big tech wants is control, and they want to assert more control over their employees, so they're ordering them back to the office. It's going to be tough to do a side gig while you're in the office. And, of course, you lose all of the lovely commute time, whether you're in Houston, Texas, San Francisco, or Austin, Texas. So, good luck and have fun going back to the office. As I mentioned at the start of this podcast, the sponsor for the entire Compliance Podcast Network is Ethico. Well, Ethico has a great new offering this month for you, a toolkit for middle managers. This is something that you, as the compliance professional, can use to move your compliance program forward by giving middle managers the skills necessary to answer a call for speak up or when someone comes in their office and raises a concern. I can't think of a tool that will be more valuable for you in the current era of enforcement. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.